Hello, I'm Refashionista Sheri, and welcome to day 22 of my 30 Days of Refashions. I cannot believe we have made it this far and my brain is still intact. But today I have a relatively a quick and easy upcycle for you that is taking something that maybe you have at the back of your closet that you don't wear anymore, or maybe your kiddo gave it to you, like I got my ingredients today from my kiddo. She just didn't want it anymore, so I transformed her old denim skirt into an awesome messenger bag, and it was so simple. It's even got a zipper, it's got a lining, and a fantastic strap. So you know what? Let's get started. Oh, before we jump into that, don't forget to subscribe for brand new tutorials from Refashionista Sheri to you to help you upcycle and refashion just about everything in your home. And pop on over to refashionistasheri.com when you're done watching this video and join my wardrobe revolution. For this quick and easy upcycled bag project, all you need is your skirt, something to create the strap from, or you can use an old belt for a strap if you want, something for the lining fabric, and a zipper or whatever other closure you would like to have for your bag. So here's a quick Refashionista tip for you. Always hold on to those fabric belts that come with dresses, particularly vintage dresses. Always seem to have these these fabric belts with them, and I'm not a fan of them, so I just hold on to them and put them in my little stash here. And also any belts that you outgrow, or maybe they just start looking really yucky after a while, save those, because you can so easily transform belts of any kind into straps for your bags. So here's just a quick example. Let's just take this one. You see, that's perfect, and it's sturdy, and you can just, stitch that on, and there's your belt. You don't have to make any kind of extra bag strap, or something that's even cooler. If you have, here, this type of belt that does have the buckle on it, you just cut it in half, and then you can have each half of the belt stitched on, and this buckle part will be at the top, and then you've just created a very simple adjustable strap. So as I said, do not get rid of those less than stellar belts. Keep them and use them for straps or anything else that your refashionista brain can think of. So because I want my bag to have like a long messenger style strap, and I do not have a long enough pre-made belt in my stash for it, I'm going to finally use the chopped legs of my jeans that I shared the tutorial for how to mend them more than a few times. And then I believe I used the top to make a skirt at some point. And yeah, it's time now to use the rest. And all I'm going to do is cut these legs into strips and then fold them and stitch them all together to create one long denim strap. And my wonderfully long strap is complete, and you can see here that I did go ahead and stitch over the outside seam here just so it stays nice and flat, and now we can put the whole bag together. And this video is sponsored by you, because by commenting the word of this video down below, you are telling the algorithm to share it with more people to encourage everyone to use what they have to make what they want. And the word of this video is Frankenbag. So I've cut my lining fabric to the correct size, plus a couple of centimeters for seam allowance. Now I'm just going to attach the zipper to the lining fabric. So first, I'm just going to stitch this side to this side of my lining fabric, and then fold it back and do the exact same thing on the other side. So you want to make sure that you have your zipper facing upward and you're stitching the zipper to the right side of the liner fabric, because when you put this in your bag, you want the liner fabric to be the pretty side, right? Not the wrong side of the fabric. You want it to be the right side of the fabric when you open your bag and look inside. And And my lovely interior lining is done with a functional zipper, which is always awesome. So now we can grab the strap, the skirt, and get it all stitched together. So first I'm going to stitch the strap on, and I'm just going to go by the interior side seam here of the skirt and basically line that up with one side of my strap and then stitch it on there and repeat on the other side. My strap is stitched on and it's super sturdy and it's the perfect length, so I'm very happy about that. But I just want to point out that you can just stitch up the bottom and be done now if you want to. You don't have to add a liner at all. And there's so many pockets, right? You have these exterior pockets in the front and then 2 more in the back. So it really would be a totally functional, useful bag without adding the interior lining, but we're gonna do that, of course. So I have popped my lining fabric with the zipper inside the skirt, and I'm just arranging it as close to the top of the skirt here as possible. And I've got everything tucked in that needs to be tucked in there. And now I'm just going to go really carefully stitch this on. And I think I'm going to have a little bit of a picky time here because it has these 2 big buttons and it's super thick here. But if I end up having to hand stitch this part, that's just what I'm going to do. And my lining is all stitched on, and I did end up hand stitching it, but I really like this result because I hand stitched it. I could get super duper close to the edge here and make sure that, of course, the zipper still opens and closes. I'm going to have to open and close it and open and close it a whole bunch, I think, or maybe put some soap along the zipper because it is a vintage reused zipper from a dress I think that I refashioned more than a few years ago, but it's still fine. It works great. And then I just stitched up the bottom of the skirt, and now the amazing messenger style bag from a denim skirt is done. Let's go give it a try. I just had a thought that maybe I should explain what I meant when I said rub some soap on the zipper. And this is something that has been around for, I think, generations and passed down this tip. If you have a zipper where the zipper head gets stuck on the teeth, but it's not broken or anything, you can just take some bar soap. This is actually my laundry soap. I don't use laundry detergent. I use this lovely lemon fresh laundry soap. And yeah, you just run it along the zipper teeth like that. That's all. And you can use any soap. It doesn't have to be this kind of soap. And then let it kind of sit, push it down, push it in, and you should be able to zip your zip much there. Look at that, much better than you did before, because the soap helps the zipper to move nice and smooth. So isn't that a fantastic tip? From a skirt to a bag in no time flat, you see how simple refashioning and upcycling really is, especially when you can use what you have to make what you want. If you haven't already, please do subscribe, throw me a like, leave me a comment down below letting me know what kind of tutorials you want to see in the future, because I got lots of ideas in my head, but I want to give you what you really need, right? I absolutely want your ideas of things that you currently have in your closet right now that you don't wear anymore, you're just not feeling anymore, and you want to transform it. So subscribe, share this so we can get more people joining our wonderful Refashionista revolution. And go over to refashionistasherry.com, join my wardrobe revolution, and until next time, stay safe, stay well, and I'll catch ya on the zigzag.
This is Confessions of a Refashionista.